20 youngsters killed in Connecticut, which is horrible. But in fact, like 3,500 youngsters under the age of 6 or 10 are killed every year in auto crashes. And yet this one event, or a series of events, has caused people to be up in arms because it grabs their attention.
It does. And with that number, 3,500 kids killed in fatal motor vehicle crashes around the country, you know, what trips that trigger as far as what becomes more of a lethal crash is the 45-mile-an-hour speed. Anything over that, and it's likely that there's going to be serious injury or a fatality involved. Are we mandated, is the government mandating governors on our vehicles so they don't travel faster than 45 miles per hour? Are we banning cars that are capable of doing 140 miles an hour in just a few seconds? You know, they sure aren't taking the Chevy Camaros and the Dodge Challengers and the Ford Mustangs and all the European vehicles that were built for driving on an Autobahn at pretty much unlimited speeds off the market, and banning those, and they kill more people than semi-automatics and revolvers. Yeah, it's
okay. So what can be done then? What is your, when you see this happen, these tragedies happen, what is your thought? Do you agree with the NRA? We should put a NRA member in every school?
The NRA didn't say that. The NRA said put a police officer in every school.
A good guy with a gun.
I must have missed that part. The one I seen anyway, it was they said a police officer. So,
okay.
But you know what? If that's a retired cop, you know, or former military, or even just a responsible citizen. You know, but you know, on that said, do you want to turn every school in the country into a educational prison, you know, by building giant fences and everything else around it, having a lockdown? No. And like what Alex said earlier, you know, our kids in schools are overwhelmingly safe. There's 99,000 schools in this country, according to one of our representatives here in Oregon, Richardson. He just, I was in a school board meeting in Harrisburg and he addressed it. Is that going to work in every state, in every school? But a good guy with a gun is a dangerous thing to a bad guy with a gun. And my kids, they go to an East County school over there, and when I have a problem with one of their faculty members or a retired cop over there with a firearm just to keep them safe, nope, wouldn't have a problem with that at all. It's better to have a gun and not need it than it is to need it and not have it. And you know, you look at Sandy Hook and that school, that had some of the most state-of-the-art security protocols in place already, and he was still able to shoot his way through. Now, is that going to fix every school shooting? No, they'll adapt, they'll improvise, and they'll figure out another way to get around it. You know, it could be the guy with the gun's the first guy shot. I don't have all the right answers, but I do know, and I stand firmly by my stance, that we cannot allow our liberties to be taken away by the actions of just a few others, no matter how heinous those crimes are. We have to address that another way.
Jim, thank you.
Sure. I'll probably start talking again here. You know me.